Derrick Henry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Willis. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Willis, flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Tucker McCann out now for the Titans field goal. This from 44 yards away. McCann's kick up and good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing deep for Murray. They got his man complete. Touchdown, Texans. Latavius Murray, 72 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Texans 7, Titans 3.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, Willis escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. To throw on third down, Willis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Quadrin Diggs. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again to Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Off the option, here's Henry. Powers through him. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 6-yard line. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th. Flushed out right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. McCann's got it teed up. This is Jakeem Grant. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another completion there. We think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. open receiver. It's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Another run for Murray on second down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On second down, it's Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Willis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Willis. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. McCann's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second down, here's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Henry. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
His 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A run. It's Murray. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they said? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
First down, Houston.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Back to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, Willis. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On third down, Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Amani Hooker. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the gun on 3rd down, Willis. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will give him a 12-point lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Latavius Murray, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
158 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will have a Titans first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
They'll try and sneak it here.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.